guys, it's Victoria. Today is going to be really interesting. We are filming from a bathroom. I don't know, I have no natural lighting right now. I'm such a night owl and I always want to do things at night, like film and edit and upload and all that kind of stuff. We're going to be doing a sex Q&A. I went to Instagram and asked you guys to ask me the raunchiest, the dirtiest, and the most invasive questions. And you guys did not disappoint. So let's just get right into it. No lube. Do you regret your first time? It's funny because I hear so many people have a very negative experience for their first time. My experience actually wasn't bad at all. It was very average, it was nice. Delbert Perkins asks, things, household items you've used as a dildo. It's so funny you asked that because I actually have it right here. This is what I typically use. It's a really good size, not too big, not too small. And the tip of it really allows for a good introduction to this. And it's made of glass, so it's really safe and it's really easy to clean. Faith Danielle XO asks, most embarrassing sex story. The first thing that immediately comes to mind, I was at a guy's house. I was just going over there to hook up with him. It wasn't even serious or anything. And after we had sex, I had my clothes and my other stuff on the floor. So we were sitting on top of his bed and it was pretty high up bed. So I reached down to pick up my clothes so I could put them back on and leave. And when I reached down to pick up my stuff, I queefed so fucking loud. It was so disgusting. I don't know if this makes sense, but even sex, anal sex is the same way. You're filling something up with air. You're repeatedly pumping something with air. So of course I'm gonna have a lot of air in my vagina. Literally so embarrassing. I was like, I'm sorry. And he was like, it's okay. And I never talked to him again. Em Likes Cats asks, would you ever have sex with a girl? This is a really interesting question to me because I have this theory that no one is particularly one or the other. I think everyone falls on a spectrum. I'm not particularly attracted to women. I'm very attracted to masculinity and men, whether that be cis men, trans men, whatever. But girls just don't sexually arouse me, I guess. I'm not gonna say no because I don't want to be closed-minded, but I've never done that and I don't think I ever will, unless it would be in a threesome situation, but definitely not one-on-one. Now, of course, a lot of you guys asked what my favorite position was, but I really like this question because it covers the opposite side of that. Faith Danielle XO asks, least favorite position. Now, I know this might be a shocker, I guess, but I really hate riding dick. I don't know what it is. It's not that I'm not good at it. It's that I'm really tall and it's very hard to get the position right and the angling right. It usually just ends up being really awkward, but that's probably my least favorite. Not that I wouldn't do it, but it doesn't really feel good to me, and I'd rather just be the one being dominated instead of being the one that's in control of everything, you know what I mean? I love how I literally would think that. Sorry guys, my hair is killing me. Sabrina Bro asks, would you have a sugar daddy if they wanted sex from you? I have a really different viewpoint on a lot of things, I guess. Having a sugar daddy just seems very wrong to me. And I mean, I'm an independent woman. I have 2 jobs. I'm more than capable of taking care of myself. And it's just I don't want, it makes me uncomfortable when people give me things. I'm very independent in that aspect. I don't like to be given things, especially in that kind of situation, just because I'm not a weak ass bitch. I can get whatever I want. Bad Mommy asks, do you prefer black guys? I knew someone was going to ask this question. I post interracial couple pictures all the time. Yes, I do prefer black guys. It's not that I haven't had sex with other races. I have. It's just what I'm attracted to. It's kind of when people are attracted to like thick girls or like thin girls or like shit like that. I don't know. It's just, it's what I'm attracted to. I don't really know how to explain it. I think it has a lot to do with just like their outer appearance. I just find it very like sexually stimulating to me, I guess. JNABGRT asks, rappers you want to suck their dicks. Oh, I don't want to answer this. Drake, French Montana, T.I., Future. I'm going to stop there. Curvy Baby Girl asks, BDSM or just DDLG? I knew someone was going to ask this too because I definitely hint towards it a lot on my Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. If you don't know what DDLG is, it stands for Daddy Dom Little Girl. And it's basically just kind of like a fetish, I guess. I'm really into like daddy little girl like fantasy. And I just want to clarify, I don't have dad problems. Like my dad's literally in the living room right now. Like I love him to death. Like we have a very good relationship. But like being into that doesn't mean I want to do something with my dad. That sounds so bad to say, but I just want to clarify. It's just like something that like turns me on. I don't know how to explain it. But as far as the question, BDSM, I'm not really familiar with like that community and that like interest. I definitely do like rough sex, so it's not something that I would be opposed to. I don't know a lot about it. I really like this question. Katie Victoria asked, do you really like sucking dick or do you only do it for your partner's pleasure? I know a lot of girls who hate sucking dick. They think it's the most like tedious thing ever and they just don't enjoy it. They only do it because their partner wants them to. However, I really enjoy it. I could literally do it for like hours. I don't know. It's just, I find it hot and I find it like enjoyable and I like seeing the other person and like how they react to that situation. So giving head in general, I really do enjoy. Vanessa4352 asks, did you or would you have a threesome? That's a really good question. Let's start. I have never had a threesome before. I feel like I kind of have a warped perception of them because my ex that I was with for a while, like from the get-go of our relationship, he was like pushing the idea so hard. And like before that happened, I was like very okay with the idea for like a birthday present or like a special occasion or something like that. But like he like constantly wanted to fucking do it. And it made me feel like a little bit insecure because I was like, okay, am I not doing what you want me to do? Like, do you feel so strongly that you need another person in the mix? So I'm not going to say no. It's definitely something that would be fun for sure, but it definitely has to be with the right person and I have to feel comfortable with them enough to not feel insecure. Tree Butt Stuff asks, any fetishes? I do have a couple fetishes. I don't know if they're really considered fetishes. They're just things that I find attractive. One, I love body hair. I think it's like the most attractive thing ever. Particularly leg hair and armpit hair. That sounds really gross, but I just think it's really hot. I don't know. And another thing is butts. I think butts are really cute. I have no interest in like penetrating a butt, but like I just like to like poke it and like kiss it and stuff. Dan Bryan asks, would you ever be in a throuple, like 3-person relationship instead of a 2-person one? Definitely not. I'm a very monogamous person. I know a lot of people aren't, especially these days. I think it's definitely more socially accepted to be open, have open relationships, stuff like that. It's just not for me. Everyone has their own thing. And I'm a very monogamous person. Like I said, when I'm in a relationship with someone, I definitely give my all to them and I expect the same in return. USA Gino Cocaro, I hope I said that right, don't be mad, asks, what's the weirdest fetish any partner has had? The first thing that comes to mind, I had sex with this guy one time. And I just want to clarify that like fetishes aren't weird to me. Like everyone gets off to their own shit. Like it's whatever. But like I would prefer to be let known first instead of it being like a shocker because I was literally having sex with this guy. He was on top of me and I had like my legs like by my head. Like, does that make sense? And he literally took my foot and like started putting it in his mouth. And like, that's cool or whatever. Like, I'm not a fan of that, but like, I'm all about pleasing my partner for the most part. So if like you want to do something, that's cool. But I wish he would have told me first because I wasn't expecting that. And yeah. And last question, Faith Danielle XO asks, have you ever been caught having sex or masturbating? I have. I actually moved out of my house for a short period of time and I lived with two roommates. And one of my roommates caught me sleeping with her ex-fiance. So that was probably the worst thing I've ever done and I feel really bad. But yeah, guys, that was it for this sex Q&A. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. I just try to be as like raw with you guys as possible. And I hate how a lot of YouTubers just don't talk about sex. Like when they do Q&As and stuff, they just don't talk about it. And it's literally a part of life. And I think it's fun to talk about. It's fun to just share and like explore certain things. So I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Please subscribe only if you want to. And check me out on all my social media. We can chit chat on there. And the next time I do a Q&A, you can be a part of it. That's all I've got. I will see you guys next time. And yeah, be safe. Use lube.